All right, welcome to the quick demonstration of the WhiteRock Livestock Company database being created by Nate Warburton. I thought I'd give you a quick rundown of kind of the direction I'm taking, so if you have any suggestions for me, please let me know. But just to remind you, I'm using SQL Server for a backend for this database. You can see some of these tables that I've created for this database, and then Access as the front end. So the way I've set this up is the form, this livestock form is actually the main form that I have set up right now to keep track of the cattle and for profits. Now, I wanted to make this as user-friendly as possible, so I'm creating a lot of buttons and things to navigate here directly on the form. So we'll just do a quick demonstration. So if we wanted to input a record of steer that was purchased, let's say Angus, let's say on the 1st of October, that was in fair condition. We'll say it was bought for $150. This record would now be saved in the database, and I'm going to have reports that will show different breeds that are saved in the database and different genders. I only have the Holstein report right now, so if we were to change this to a Holstein, tag number 112, we would see it in the Holstein report. We'll keep it out as an Angus for now, though. And then also, I have a couple subforms that do some calculations, like the age of the cattle. This one's 28 days, or you can see how old in months or years it is. Then what's essential to this database is that the owner is able to use market data to compare prices for his steers and heifers. So we have some of the market reports that he uses. Burley, Smithfield, and Willard are livestock auctions. And just for an example, let's take Burley. Let's say that the first weight of this steer is 100 pounds and the current weight is 400 pounds. So if we go to the Burley report and we see steers, this is the most updated report from them, between 400 and 500 pounds, was between $1.67 and $2.12. So going on the optimistic side, let's say market price of $2. That would give you $800 for the 400-pound steer, which is good information to know. Then once the steer is sold, we can put the actual price and date. Let's say it was sold November. And we can run, what I've done is I'm breaking up the profits and expenses into 4 quarters throughout the year. Over here in the sold reports, there's 4 quarters that you can see where cattle are being sold and what they're being sold for and the total. So I believe November would be the 4th quarter, right? So let me see here, tag number 112 sold for $750, plus all the cattle sold in this quarter will give you a total here at the bottom. I'm going to be using that total for expenses. I haven't quite got this expenses table or form figured out quite yet, but this is basically how it's going to work. Another nice feature that I'm implementing is to be able to sort this data efficiently between, like what the gender is and what the breed is. So the only sort I have right now is the Holstein sort, and just the queries that I use, just a simple, let's see, I'll show you some of the, this is just the code that I have, just to sort for just the Holsteins. So like, I'll give you an example. If this was a Holstein instead of Angus, I'll pull up the Holstein report, and I'd show you all the Holsteins if there were more. But that just gives you a quick rundown. I am using some in SQL on the back end. I'm doing some computations through some of the columns, and I'm still working on using some stored procedures. But this basically gives you a rundown in the direction that I'm headed with this database. I think it's going to be very helpful. I've communicated a lot with the owner of the WhiteRock livestock company, and he's pretty excited about being able to use this and implement it. It seems to be seems to work very well. Don't run into any issues or problems, and I think that's going to be essential in this database as well. If you have any questions, let me know. Thanks for listening.